Soccer 605. We're here with Megan Glenn and Lauren Parliament, two of the female members of the South Dakota referee delegation heading to regionals. This is going to be how many years for you, Lauren?
This is number 5.
Number 5, and how about for you, Megan?
This will be my second year.
So last year you were in Des Moines and did some games down there, and what did you think of it last year?
I had a lot of fun last year. They were really good games that we got to. I AR'd all of mine. I was not a center or a fourth.
So are you looking forward to some other assignments this year?
I am, although I'm a little scared.
Oh, you'll do great. You know, I've seen you being in the center a lot more, and you're a great referee. So we're looking forward to getting your feedback on centering some games out there.
Definitely becoming more confident. But it's still kind of edgy.
Well, just like the players, you have to ref in the higher level games and be challenged to grow and improve, right?
Exactly.
So, Megan, why did you first become a referee?
I think I started when I was in high school, but unfortunately a couple events with some parents ended up me not going through the process until Lauren came back about 4 years ago and we need more females, so I came back.
Any regrets?
No, I've made a lot of good friends and learned a lot more about the sport and had a really, really good time.
Well, and so many referees do, as young referees as you were, run into some parents that just make it not feel like it's not worth it for them. Do you still see that? And do you feel better able to deal with it now?
I've had a couple incidents where there has been kids with parent issues, and I've had to go over and actually talk to parents and try and get them settled down. But being older, obviously, you have a lot more of the confidence in dealing with older people. So
yeah, that helps, doesn't it?
Oh, it does, definitely.
Well, Lauren, and speaking of getting Megan involved, you've been a great advocate and a mentor for female referees in the state, and more so across the region and the nation. You've had some great experiences as a referee. What are some of your more recent ones?
Oh, geez. I guess the most recent one is the Women's Premier Soccer League. I got to middle my first game just the end of May down in Des Moines, Iowa. And that was a really very cool experience, just to have atmosphere in like a stadium and to like experience something like that.
Well, and you've had a lot of experience at some national tournaments, starting with national ODP championships, regionals, national championships for USU soccer. But that was your first women's professional game. Were you a little bit nervous for that one?
Yes. But it went really well, and I couldn't have had a better crew with me for my first game because I knew them really well. Jeremy Kiso and Kevin Messman were my ARs, so it was just comforting to know that I knew my ARs very well on my first game. So now I think next time it will be 10 times easier, and I know the flow now, a lot faster pace, and letting them play it's cool to see females at that level wanting to play through. So.
Well, and we've had some discussions before, all three of us, about the importance of getting more females involved in refereeing, because at least half the players in the state are probably females. This year you're taking 7 out of 15 referees in the state delegation are female, right?
Yes, but I think there's 6 refs and 1 assessor. So
that's still a great representation, right?
Yes, I'm excited about that.
So are we seeing more young women getting involved refereeing in South Dakota?
I think so, and I think having Megan and Nicole around in Sioux Falls, I think, and me in Sioux Falls, and then other places see other people like Courtney down in Yankton and Haley out in Rapid. There's just a lot more presence now of experienced officials instead of just a couple of us. There's more like a handful, some in Brookings as well. So I think females also tend to stick around if somebody's talking to them that are of the same sex, even though it's not that a male can't pour into you, but I think when you see a female you can relate easier.
So do you see your role as becoming more of a mentor as well, Megan?
I do. I've been asked a lot of questions so far this season from a couple of people, and I'm really enjoying actually going and researching the questions that they ask and giving them back the information and stuff like that, which actually has improved myself a lot. So I'm definitely looking forward to doing that and growing with refereeing and hopefully becoming a bigger member. So
do you think if there had been someone like you or Lauren when you were first starting to referee, giving you that kind of feedback, giving you that moral support, and keep your chin up, do you think that would have made a difference for you?
Oh, I think so, definitely. Having somebody there to push you a little bit more and saying that you can definitely do this is something that would have helped a lot.
Well, and you guys don't just give moral support. I've happened to catch a few of your sessions with guys and women, analysis of the game after the game, and you guys can be pretty hard on each other.
Yeah, but it helps you improve, knowing that you can be truthful with each other. So getting that is very helpful.
Well, in any team that you're on, you have a responsibility to the rest of your team to help your teammates get better, right?
Yeah, and they actually really push that, especially even at regionals. A lot of times assessors will ask, like, okay, what could have you each done better for each other, like pushing each other in that way as well. So it's a cool experience at regionals to first see that. So I think it's starting to be more prevalent in South Dakota because of a bigger group going to regionals more consistently now. So. And
we're getting a reputation in the region for sending top quality referees, and you guys contribute to that. How does that feel for you, Megan?
That's kind of pretty awesome.
I know you're trying to be humble, but sometimes you got to just take it and say, we're awesome.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we try hard, so we kind of want to be awesome, especially for a lot of the teams here, that the way they get quality reffing. So.
Well, and the quality reffing helps the players play better. Now, one of the things people don't realize is, and even think about, I think, is that referees are athletes too. What are some of the things that you do as a referee and have been doing this past week to better prepare yourself for the hot, fast-paced, long marathon of games at regionals?
Yes, it is quite a marathon for sure. Since it's been rainy, there hasn't been a whole lot of outside stuff, but inside working out, and definitely hydration, because we're gonna need it there. I hope.
Well, a good referee runs as much as the players.
Oh, exactly. Sprinting back and forth and just across the fields and all that. It's pretty hard.
What have you been working on, Lauren?
I've just been doing a lot more core exercises because of the rain this week, but definitely do a lot of running and interval training outside when I can, especially at Tomar Park because I live near there, so I don't have to go very far to get to grass, but now it's kind of a swamp, so it's not really...
Yeah, we kind of have our share of water around here. We need sump pumps about every corner.
Yeah.
So, Megan, what would be the advice that you'd give to young girls out there that are thinking about becoming a referee?
Mine would be just to keep your chin up, keep going, make sure you're looking up to the rest of us who are definitely here to help you out. We have no problem putting time aside for them if they need it.
And you guys are available if they have a question to contact, right?
Oh, definitely. Our email's out there. I believe our phone number's out there too. Just give us a call.
Any other advice you have, Lauren?
I think don't be afraid to come up if we don't realize someone's new around. Don't be afraid to come up and say who you are, and I'm always willing to meet some new refs, and I know I've met a bunch of them at the clinic because I got to go to a new one, and a bunch of the girls, I was on their game, they're like, hey, you were our ref person. And I was like, yeah, you were in that class, and I knew a couple of their names. They were like, oh. And I was like, yeah, so don't be afraid to come introduce yourself and be around us.
Yeah, you're both very approachable. Now, I want to ask you one more thing. I know, Lauren, that you leave from regionals for another event. Tell me about what that is.
I'm actually going to regionals for the pool play, so the first 3 days. And then Monday evening I'll drive over to Indiana and I'll be at Development Academy playoffs for the 16s and the 18s boys games there. So it's just the semi-pro and pro teams and other clubs, the top ones in the nation, compete to get to playoffs. So then there's playoffs there, and then they also have showcase games. So there's other teams there that are playing just to be noticed by college coaches, but the top level, supposedly it's the top level male games for boys.
And this is not your first trip to the Development Academy or the DA, correct?
Right. I had a game in Minneapolis was my first time. I had one single game, well, 2 games up there, and then I went to Florida last December for their showcase event. So.
All right. Well, Megan Glenn and Lauren Parliament from South Dakota Soccer Referees represent us well, as you always do on the 605, and keep us posted with those pictures again, all right?
Definitely. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thanks.
Going to a tournament? At Select Top Tournaments, get all the information you need right on your smartphone. Instant messaging on Facebook and Twitter. Tournament schedules and results. Even coupons from local restaurants and businesses. You can find it on your computer or smartphone at turningprogram.com. It's easy and fun, and it's coming to a top tournament near you. So do you host tournaments? Go to easytourneyprogram.com and discover why every top tournament in the country is going to this incredible new platform.